Yeah, I got this little bee home, ready to put it in the barn, figure out what I gotta do to get it going. It's been sitting maybe 20 years, I guess. Rebuilt engine. It was almost stuck. I oiled it up. Works a little better. I know. Here, I got help coming to get it in the barn. Wheels ain't on proper. The brakes aren't put together right. Got to put the seat on. Battery box needs changed. Somebody homemade box. Can't put the lid back on it. So I have to find another battery box. Got to change the choke mechanism. And I got to make a starter rod or get one, buy one for it. And do the headlights and a few other things. Alright, we'll get the thing pulled in there here pretty quick. Oh, I should be able to figure out how to put this thing together because there might be one of them up here. And it looks to be the same thing. Except mine's got a belly mower on it that cuts higher on one side than the other. But this has got the setup for a two-way plow. But everything else is the same thing on it, so I'll be able to figure out how to put it together. Alright, that's enough for now.
48.
Here's the tractor.
It's Clay Cantor's tractor, about 1948 B, Allis Chalmers. Send it in to have fixed. Gonna redo the brakes, put a new battery in it, get it cleaned up, get rid of the old fuel, get it up and running, looking good.
Yeah. And this tractor, originally your boy started out with it?
Yeah, my son owned it. He passed away in 2004, looking to get the tractor fixed up and looking good again and actually running. Gonna put new seats and
so I'm gonna fix it for him.
Yeah, you're gonna fix it, and then we're gonna have pictures of it after it's done.
Yeah, because I just get to where I can't afford to buy a new tractor every week to work on.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I got it in the barn. Had to get some help. Had to get my brother to help me put it in the barn. We got it here. Now, first thing I got to do, got the air hose hooked up. I got to blow the mouse nest out from there and get the dirt and the dust off of it. And then we'll get to work on it and see what we got. And I know I got to take the gas tank off. It smells like it's dead gas in there. And I suppose I might as well take the hood off to check things out to get it started. I see one thing right here. I better adjust that distributor, loosen it up here and push it in so it don't hit. Then that'll throw the timing off. Then if I loosen it up here and turn it the right way, it'll put the timing back. But in time here, that'll cut through there and short the thing out. And gotta get a new battery for the thing. And the guy wants to keep it 6 or 8 volts, whatever it is. So I'll definitely have to get a new cable. That's a good one, but it's not good enough. Then I'll have to get a new ground cable too. And I don't know what to do about that battery box. Looks like somebody made it, done a pretty good job. But they made it too tall for some reason. Because you couldn't put the lid on it the way it is there now. I'll try to change that somehow. And other than that, I've got to take both the back tires off and change them. They got them, the valve stem don't belong there, it belongs over here. I got this wheel setting in. Well, I guess they're both about the same. That's a continuous ring there. This one is too. It don't have the 4 bumps, so they're not the right wheels. Yeah, here's something I found that I know I have to call the guy and see where he wants to fix that. I think there's a little bit too much play in the gearbox. Either need a new steering arm and a new pin, or a new pin and replace it, which ought to be a job to tear it all down to get to it, but not too difficult. Well, it looks like the generator wasn't hooked up, so that might be a problem getting that to work. And carburetor there, I got to find a proper choke wire and a proper starting rod. I got to find a few parts, so that's what I'm up to. I was hoping it got rain last night, would wash this off a little bit. Oh, we'll get it cleaned up eventually. Alright, that's what I've got to do to it. I done missed a good part. I'm doing some work on this little B, getting the brakes back together. Look at this, and all back together. Now I got to take it apart. Had to run a tap down through these bolt holes to clean them out. I forgot that one, so I got to take it apart to get to it. But the worst trouble, I got to take it apart anyhow to put the frame back on before you put that together. So I have to take that apart, put this piece on, and then put that together. But then I run into some trouble putting the thing together anyhow, because that new brake lining there, they made it enough oversized and everything. I know the Chinese or whoever probably didn't know what they needed, but it was too big for that spring to go down in there where it belongs, and you just couldn't get the spring in there. So I had to take a grinder and shave a little off right up there, and then the spring fit. Oh, sound like I got a telephone ringing. I'll be back. Yeah, I got the fender and seat pieces set up there, but they got me. I gotta go to the house. Well, what'd I get done so far today? I got this wheel put on the proper way. The eccentrics, they were alright, but valve stem didn't line up with the hole where it belongs. It was too close to the wheel center. And I had to take had it apart, had to take 3 of the nuts and run a tap through them and rethread them because they was full of rust and paint. Anyhow, what was, well, see this wheel here? That's the way the other one was. So I got to change this one now. I got the old plow brackets off, ready to put the drawbar on. And I called the fella, and kind of a little bit wear in the steering there. So I'm going to pull the toolbox tin off there, slide it up where I can get into the steering gear box and see if that pin's wore, whether I can repair it or have to get a new part. And also got all this electrical wiring that wasn't put in the correct way, so with that toolbox off I can put the wiring where it belongs. And then I'm going to get a new battery box put on. The old one didn't fit, the homemade one didn't fit very good. And then we'll go from there. I was going to put lights on the thing, but right up here there's supposed to be a nut welded on the inside to screw the lights in, and it's not there, so I hadn't decided what I'm going to do there yet, but we'll get to that after a while. Alright, better get back to busy. Well, that should explain the looseness in the steering. That little pin right there is about half gone, and I guess you buy a new pin, drill that out, weld a new one in, or buy the whole thing. We'll go see what we have to do for it. Alright, well, look what I got done today. Got a new old stock, what you call it, a new old stock battery box. Replaced that one homemade one that don't fit very good. And I had the toolbox tin off so I could get the electrical wiring put back up through here, up here where it all belongs, and hooked up here. And it was a mess. I had to do all that to get it where it belonged. And I got the starter rod hooked up, choke wire there, put one on the other day. And look at the steering wheel here. That's all the free play we got in it now. I took it apart, and little pin there on the steering arm was just about gone. $98 for a new one, or $30 for a piece to repair it if you spend all day working on it to change it. And I got to looking around out there in the pile, and I found another steering box that froze and busted somehow. But I took it apart, and that piece, that $98 piece, was just as good as a new one. So I cleaned it up and put it in. So I got that fixed. And the brakes is all back together, except I got to go find some brake locks off another old tractor. I got the other wheel put back on where it belongs. Got it lined up there with eccentrics and stuff. I gotta go find another nut for there in the center. And got the drawbar on, but I need to take it off and turn it over and put it back on, because that looks a little bit on the low side. But that thing was a mess. It's been sprung pretty bad. It was about a 1/4 inch wider than what the tractor was. So I had to grind and grind and grind and smooth it down. And the holes where the adjustment bolts go are supposed to be 5/8, but when they get old and worn out, people drill them out, and they're supposed to be 1/2 inch bolts, and people drill them out, rethread them, and put 5/8 hole bolts in them. But the drawbar only had 1/2 inch holes, and 2 of them in the middle were wore pretty bad, so it didn't take too much filing to get a 5/8 bolt in it, so I got it that far. And what else? Oh, I got to clean the carburetor and the gas tank and the points and start this thing up get it running. And the other day I said that the radiator's all screwed up. Guy wants lights on the thing, but where they fasten in here is all gone, and you can't put the lights on properly. So I looked around there in the pile, and I got 3 or 4 good radiators, so I'm going to change that so then we can get the lights put on. So I guess parts I need to order for the fella is the seat and the steering wheel and the lights, and we'll have to get a battery and new cables, and that'll be about it. Oh, maybe a key for the key switch or a new switch. And this thing should be a pretty decent little old tractor then. So that's what I did today. And I'm tired. Alright, that's all for now. Well, I'm gonna try it. Got gas and battery. No key, but I'll use the ignition key off that farm I was working on. Well, points must be taking electricity. Let's see. Out of gear. No, didn't do nothing. All right. Cranks over good though. All right, let's see what's on it. Spark plugs are loose. I didn't tighten them back up after putting oil in the cylinders. Oh, what did I do? I had to go there and put my hand over the carburetor. Alright. I got to change that one spark plug. That's the wrong one. And I guess we're good to go.